104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Rula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Rula.
Macaroni and cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world.
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
H-Town.
Okay, look at this. It's Thursday. It's August 14th, 2025. It's 6:01 a.m. And it's the gang, Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K. And okay, we're 3 days in for some schools, 2 days for others, and others still haven't started. This is the wacky, weird
It
middle
always
part.
staggers in.
But this year's, everyone's so early.
I know.
Remember the old days? Just like 2 years ago, it was like the 24th.
Yo,
Yep.
there was a private school years ago. I remember it was like August 4th, and they were in. And we're like, what are they doing? It's August the 4th.
And my daughter's old school, St. Vincent de Paul, used to go in.
I was like, why are they going in so early? Because they finished like April 30th. Yesterday was first day of school for my kiddos. As y'all know, I wasn't here. And, you know, it was interesting day.
Trying to wake them up.
Yeah, it was more like I was up, and then my oldest got up first. And, you know, I'm not used to eating breakfast, right? And I'm not used to doing the morning grind. I never do the morning grind because we're here. And so I remember saying, oh, wait, like, do you want an omelet or something? Like, what do you do for breakfast? And she goes, well, Daddy usually makes me XYZ or whatever. And Tassos is recovering from knee surgery, so he's just getting back into it. And I go, oh, okay. All right.
How about
Let me make you
McDonald's,
something.
guys?
Here's a Pop-Tart.
Like kolaches?
And then my son gets up, and I was like, what do you want for breakfast? And he was like, I guess I'll have some cereal. I was like, okay, great. I felt like a stranger in my own kitchen in the morning. I had not discussed the morning breakfast food. I had just done the lunches the night before and all that.
You have
So,
3 different schools?
3 different schools. 2 are at the same time. 1 is at a different time.
Ooh, how you do that then?
Well,
Like if you're doing the drop-off for all 3 and 2 are at the same time.
The oldest goes earliest.
no, so
Right?
what we
This
did
is-
yesterday, because it was first day of high school for my oldest, which I can't believe I just said those words. There are some kids in our neighborhood that they carpool together. So that was easy for the first day. And then now, you know, Tasso being one man down because I'm always going to be here, we made an agreement like, what day is he going to, like, he'll take MJ and then the carpool gang will take the oldest one. Or maybe sometimes we can send MJ on the bus, but that's not normal for our routine. And by the way, the bus on the first day of school was like 30 minutes late.
Oh, yeah, the bus.
The bus schedule was crazy yesterday because you get those texts from school.
Even lunch lines.
It's first day, so logistics, you know.
My daughter said she didn't even
behind.
eat lunch at her high school because, I mean, she doesn't really eat that much anyway there, but she said the line was just so big because you got the new kids.
She doesn't like
They
sack
bring a
lunch?
sack lunch.
Sometimes she'll do both, or she just doesn't. It's weird. I'm like, you don't eat lunchtime? She said, nah, I don't really get hungry.
Wow. I have to recharge.
I think she likes
Is
to
that
talk
like
with
a
her friends
teenage
and
girl
stuff.
thing? Because
Yeah.
you've got to be starving, y'all. You're
She'll-
waking up.
she'll
You
eat
have
some
all those
breakfast.
classes. What time is her lunch? Like 12? 1?
I have no idea.
That's part of the
I
problem,
think it
too.
changes. They do the
The stagger where it's like the first lunch begins at like 10:40 and they go all the way through
Is
like
public school-
12:30.
Do they do the same class every day, same time, or do they like when my kids go to schools? They it's different. Like you don't do maybe you do like 4 or 5 classes one day, then the next day you do the next. Like
It's like lunch A and lunch B.
I mean for the
Times?
class.
Oh, for
like
the
science
classes,
class.
yeah. It was almost like a college
Yeah,
setup.
it was
When
like
my daughter
college.
went to Stratford,
Weird.
she had some classes that were Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she had some that were Tuesday,
It's
Thursday.
like you do 1 through 4, and then you start with 5 the next day, 6, 7, 8, and you go back. I'm like, man, that sounds confusing.
Everybody's different.
I don't know about their times.
I like just having the same thing every day.
I just know
I know I had
lunchtime.
that crappy class. life
Uniformity.
science. Yep.
Yeah, and you know, you're at a new school with all new people and you're going to meet people. And, you know, I was telling my oldest, I said, you're going to have so many more kids around you. So my niece, Evie, that's been on the show before with us, she's my brother's daughter. She's in high school. And so she was just telling her, like, you know, hey, there's going to be all these people in your classes now. You know, just say, hey, you know, what's your name or what middle school did you go to or whatever, like open with a line because then nobody's talking to anybody. So be one who asks a question.
If you see someone you know and they're talking to somebody else, tell your kids, go talk to them. Because my daughter did that. She's like, oh, what's her name? They went shopping together with your daughter this weekend. And she said, oh, she was talking to her volleyball friends, so I didn't want to go over there. I'm like,
Aw.
go over there. That's how you meet other people.
Yeah. Got to break
This
the ice.
is the strangest phenomenon that I have seen
Yeah.
when it goes to
I wouldn't say
friend
that.
groups. I don't remember if it was like this because my school was small. You guys went to bigger schools than me, so I don't know if this is normal or is it like a new teenager thing. If Eric plays baseball and Ryan's on the golf team and Kevin is on soccer and you guys are walking the hall together, but then Kevin sees his soccer friends, do Ryan and Eric not get introduced at all and just stand to the side while Kevin talks to his soccer friends and then everybody just moves
It was
on?
never
or
that
does
formal.
Kevin say,
Probably.
hey, these are my other two friends?
Hey, who you talking to, bro?
Like our school, we had like 1,000 kids in each class.
Or wait,
Graduating
is
class?
the answer actually, hold on, is
No,
the
so
answer
four-
that
five- 400
y'all wouldn't be
some.
walking down the hall at all if
big
y'all are in the
grudge,
same
yeah.
sport?
I guess we had 400 in each class.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what it was, 400. But so I don't remember. Like it was kind of small. Like you kind of knew every
Yeah.
face.
You did.
But you'd hang out with like if you're with the jocks. Like I was in the jocks and the theater kids. So you kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, they didn't really intertwine too much.
Well, my husband was on the football team and he was in band. He played trumpet. He was Finn from Glee.
Those band kids, man, they have to get up. Like they're probably at the school right now.
And I never
Marching
asked him,
band and
how
stuff.
are you on the field playing if you were also the trumpet guy in the band?
Maybe he didn't do that part.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I got to take off this big hat.
Sorry,
and go
coach.
out there.
The coach is doing a big speech.
Yeah.
I got to leave. It's like American Pie when the guy had to leave the lacrosse team to go sing at the choir.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, that is like showing up on my Netflix algorithm. Like it's popping up.
All the
like,
American
all the
Pies?
American Pie movies.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised it's there. I thought it'd be Gen Z would say it's
Oh yeah,
woke and too
got to cancel it.
wrong. Yeah, we got to cancel this.
So, Rolly, you're out one day, and of course, Mr. Fartnacker had to call in. You know, we did all these different topics, but he only fixated on one thing.
what
and I
did
think
he-
it was
Was it
at the
about farts?
very end of the show. Somehow we were going off on a tangent about potato chips, but it really irritated him.
Good morning, Fire Knockers. Well, glad Ruler's back. Another sausage fest yesterday. Man, these guys were talking about barbecue potato chips and vitamins, and I just fell asleep. One more thing. Tell some of these fools to stop speeding through the school zone. Remember, school started. Y'all have a good day, Fire Knockers.
Funny.
I don't know why we got on that tangent.
I don't know. It was
Barbecue
right
chips.
at the end of the show, but we had so many things. We had rapid fire. We had the craziest couples court where a woman wanted to wear her new fiance's ex-wife's wedding gown at her wedding.
Why?
That was so strange.
Why?
Yeah, closure.
What
We-
was
we
her
had a
reasoning for that?
closure.
She loved it
just
when
loved
she
the
saw
dress.
it. So I'm like, wait, you saw him and her up there?
So she was a guest at this guy's first wedding?
Yeah.
I saw it. It was like so.
Did
then
she
it's
want to
just
at least redesign it or something? Was she
Like,
friends
She
with
said,
the
I'll
bride?
do a little bit of
I thought she was
alteration.
alter it, but her thing was like, well, you're going to wear the same tux that you got married in. So we're like, you can't wear both.
Wait a second.
But
That's
then I
like
just-
Doomy Doom.
then
That's
I
like
changed
a
my
wedding
mind.
omen game. You'll do
That's
the
what
wedding
we
omen
said.
game after that?
No, that's what Kevin and I said. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and wear it. I can't wait to talk to you in 3 years.
Well, Eric and I were on the same page, but then Eric changed his vote and let him do it
Because I wanted to
because
see destruction.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he wanted
You
to
are
see
so
him as a
terrible.
bit.
They weren't going to listen because it's so stupid.
You are so terrible.
And then
You wanna see
some listener
destruction.
called in and said, like, good point. She said, when you're all the family members that are going to be at the wedding are going to be looking at that dress going, I remember that dress, or
Yeah, I saw it a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on the love of the couple.
And yes, barbecue chips do suck. Kevin and I are right.
Oh, no. That was at like 9:30
We're talking about
we
those
started
packs
talking
you
about
get,
it.
like that box you get of
Yeah, the multi-packs.
I guarantee barbecue's
Sour
always
cream and
less.
onion, regular barbecue, and like some other rogue flavor.
Yeah,
they
they'll
throw
put
in there
sea salt.
sometimes.
They'll put like 2 different kinds of salted
Yeah,
chips.
yeah. Wavy ones.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a new goldfish brand that I saw in the stores. You know, I like to try different things. Maybe try it Tuesday. I didn't want to invest in it for Try It Tuesday. They're called Awesome Sauce. But what is that supposed to be? That's a funny phrase. We say, oh, awesome sauce. But Goldfish has bags. They're like $3. It's awesome sauce. And I'm like, I don't want to invest in awesome sauce just to have one goldfish.
Give you
and
any
say this
samples?
sucks. There were no samples.
Costco or something?
And it's supposed to be like barbecue-y. Anybody taste the awesome sauce goldfish? What are they supposed to taste like? 37530, because I don't want to invest in a bag of goldfish that says awesome sauce.
Somebody's relieved to hear that my high school daughter never eats lunch, and I thought it was so bizarre. So they're relieved that other kids don't eat.
Well, I would be worried
never-
because
I
of
always-
mom brain. I'd be worried. Like, are you having like eating disorder
Sometimes when you're
problems? Like,
talking-
why aren't you
That's what I'd worry
eating
about.
anything all day
Maybe it could be 2 reasons. You're getting bullied or something, so you go hide in a,
in the bathroom, like Katie
Bathroom.
Heron from Mean Girls?
or you're just having fun talking to all your friends and you forget. Like some kids could survive on chips and a cola.
I guess
Not
that's
me.
true.
Not me.
I had to have lunch
piece
every
of
day.
pizza or a hamburger or something.
I mean, you're
We're also
building
guys, though, too.
brains, right? You're
Yeah.
still in that developmental phase.
Totally.
You gotta eat so that
The
you're
kids are
paying
killing the
And
brain
they've been up.
cells.
They've been up
Vape
since 7
pens.
a.m. They've been up since 7 a.m., 6 a.m. Some of them. How are they not starving by 12?
I know. It's
Anyway.
like it's a routine. I eat the same exact meal every single day for 4 years.
Jeez.
That's a
Every
serial
day.
killer's route right
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
I'd be
Dexter.
like,
The lunch lady
Yeah.
always had.
The
You know,
Rule
you-
of Dexter show with Eric over here.
yeah, that's true. Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, you know, we're talking about how Taylor Swift was going to stop by the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers. And there's one funny thing about football. You know how, because all the football fans lost their minds just because Taylor was in the audience and they get mad the NFL would show her on TV.
She can't control that.
But she humbly admits something about that phenomenon. And we'll give you a couple clips from that. Here's your official weather for today.
I might see some rain around lunchtime. It looks like a high in the low 90s, around 93 degrees. Right now, 81 degrees and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
From the big screen to the big house.
Celebrity Scoop, the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric on KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. And the reason the internet broke yesterday over the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights, because Travis Kelsey, of course, dating Taylor Swift. And that all kind of calmed down once the Eras tour was over and the hype machine wasn't chasing them everywhere. And they kind of got to be like out of the spotlight and everyone was kind of like burnout or whatever. Let them just go
How
be
long
normal
have they been
humans.
together now?
Over a year and a half, right? Because
This
the
will be their
Eras
third.
tour.
This will be their third season.
the third football season.
For football season.
Yes,
I thought you meant the third
football
season of
together.
them.
But-
it's season 3
Yeah.
of
I just remember
Taylor and Travis.
because last year was the second year she was showing up, but
Right,
she didn't show up
right.
right away to the games. It was like
No.
the middle of it.
Because the way this played out, he saw her at the Eras tour, and then he was talking about her on the podcast, wanting to ask her out or something, and then that's how the whole thing happened. But really, let me take it back. The reason this was so intriguing for a lot of people, even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan and you don't care, you quote don't care. Most of the times when we see a celebrity go be interviewed, whether it's on a talk show or a daytime talk show like Kelly Clarkson or The View or Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel, you know, you're on, right? You're on.
Yep.
Even if we here on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric were to go on TV to do an interview, we're on. The way we're talking to each other right now, well, we're just talking to each other. Now, most celebrities are not dating the person that's interviewing them, or they're not in the fabric of the life of these people that are on the podcast.
And
So
those
it's more
things are-
relaxed and like real life personal.
And like TV shows and stuff, 5 minutes long, or even other podcasts that could be long with Theo and stuff, Theo Vaughn or someone, or Alex Cooper, not Alice, Alex Cooper.
Alice,
But you know, like you said, they're just interviewing back and forth. As opposed to this, you feel like they're just hanging out with, you said, like
the three
future
of them
brother-in-law,
could have been at dinner on a Saturday night and just had mics there.
and you're a fly on the wall.
Those are the best kind of podcasts.
And that's why so many
Yep.
people were interested, because 8 million people were interested in what happened yesterday.
So I guess they began just a little over 2 years ago. Is the
Well,
official.
third football season. So it was in the middle of the football season, and then
Yeah.
had the whole next football season,
Yeah.
and this is going to be the third football.
It'll be 2 years
season.
coming up.
Right. So here we go. It was an hour and 44 minutes. And Taylor shared a lot of things. On Monday when I was here, we talked about how she said she's going to reveal her 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl. It is available for pre-order. And Travis confirmed that these are all bangers.
Kevin called it.
It's not the Tortured Poets Society where it's going to be all...
So all up tempo.
Because Max Martin's the producer. I'm so excited. I haven't heard any clips yet, but I'm just excited that even Travis Kelsey said, yeah, these are going to be all upbeat tempo.
So if her album drops October 3rd, that means usually they drop a song like 6 weeks before, right?
Right.
Oh, sometimes the singles can come out months before the album.
One thing that she said that gives me a chance of a glimmer of hope she might actually need me. What did she say in that podcast? She said that she is currently obsessed with making sourdough bread. And she talks about bread 60% of the time now. Come to my home and let the bread man teach you the ways, Taylor
Have him
Swift.
send stuff to her, or like, or on Instagram or something.
Yeah,
send
but
things.
come to the factory and you'll see some real sourdoughs. Okay, so let me play you a couple clips because this one is kind of funny. People who love football but hate pop music just raged out that the NFL would show Taylor Swift at this game. They never had a problem with any other celebrity being shown, but they sure hated it when Taylor was on screen. And Taylor talks to Jason Kelsey as she's sitting next to Travis about how she really knew nothing of football. And the question that she asked Travis on one of their first dates, here's how it played out.
I've got some thoughts. Yeah, I didn't know what a first down was.
The one before that.
Know.
The one before that. The one before that. Because if you don't know football, there's a lot
You're
to learn.
so non-judgmental about people, and you were not judgmental about the fact that I knew nothing about the world you were in.
It was the best.
You were nice. You were so nice.
I got a clean slate.
You were like, thank you.
I get a clean slate.
She doesn't know any of my bad
stuff. Are you kidding me?
Jason, on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage, and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field.
Yeah.
And he was like, he didn't even look at me. Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense. And my brother's on the offense, and I'm only on the field at the same time as the defense. I thought everyone was out there at the same time.
The whole team was out there together.
I thought that the quarterbacks.
I mean, that's how you played it on the playground growing up. So I understand if you hadn't
No, you don't understand. I thought it was like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here, and they're gonna be like. They blow a whistle and then they go at each other and they're like, and it's like, who's gonna win?
That's actually.
I would love to see Jared Goff play some defense. Let's see Jared Goff on defense.
I've got some ideas.
He does have a good point, though. Like when you're playing football on the playground as a little kid, everybody's on the field
everything.
the whole game.
Yeah, when you're 4.
Yeah. But
when I was 6, I knew. When I grew up watching the Bears and stuff in Chicago, I knew.
Listen.
I knew Walter Payton was a running back.
Yeah.
He did not play defense.
Well, that's how much he liked her because, that's so cute. You don't know.
He's not going to make.
If you're on a date with somebody that you met on an app and you're trying to feel out the situation and the girl's talking football and you love football and she's like, yeah, the quarterback versus the quarterback at the same time. If you don't think she's hot, you kind of eye roll her like, man, this girl knows nothing. But here it's like, oh, let me teach you, hot girl.
Yeah.
Now she said she's crazy about it. She goes running through the hallways about who they drafted and things like that. And then the other part of the conversation that she brought up, well, at one point I didn't watch it. I didn't see it. I could only hear it. And I was like, did they like snuggle or anything? Eric, did you see them snuggle?
I didn't see it. I was just looking at clips that popped
because
up.
the second half of that clip, Ahmad, you'll hear like Jason Kelsey's like, do I need to leave? Play that second part of that clip.
I've got some thoughts. Yeah. I didn't know what a first down was. I didn't know what the chains were. I didn't know what a tight end was.
I am forever thankful for you diving into the football world wholeheartedly.
Oh my God. I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, we drafted Xavier Worthy. And my friends are like, who body snatched you? What do you mean we drafted Xavier Worthy?
I forget where I was, but you were the first person to tell me that
we
drafted
the fastest
man in the draft.
No, I was screeching. I couldn't believe it.
No,
that's what you do, though. When you become a...
It's a lot of clips. But the point is, they were like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, no, you're so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, but
Jason's like, should I leave the room?
Really didn't know what her husband did for like 8 years.
Oh, my God.
She's like,
I
thank
had
God
no
you're doing
idea.
bread because I understand bread.
Oh, okay. But a lot of times
I had no idea.
you become a couple, and of course you're going to be interested in what their interests
No,
are.
hold on a second. We did a whole
I
segment
never care
on
about
this
accounting.
show asking our audience.
I'm
We could
dumb.
probably do it right now, 37530. Who doesn't understand what their mate does for a living, but you know the paycheck comes? We did that question when I met Tassos, and I didn't understand how to explain his job.
Let's have people call in. Let's talk to people right now. Do you not understand what your mate does?
I have no
For a
idea what they
living.
do for a living.
Yes, it's 833-390-KRBE because before my husband was the bread man, he was in consulting, but it's not consulting like I'm going to consult a bank
Tell
on
you how
how
to do this better and-
put money into accounts. No, it was like I thought he was in software. He is like, no, I'm not in software.
Didn't he get like
I never
go-
get the consulting.
Yeah, I
thing.
go, are you an engineer? He goes, no, I'm not an engineer, but I consult with engineers. I
Doesn't
go,
he get
"But
like
what
the
does that mean?"
playbook, like all the stuff they want, and then he puts it together and then teaches them, here's what you need to know about
Yeah.
this.
His first job, Ahmad, when he moved to Houston,
Building.
it was for an engineering firm, but he was the consultant that was to train the newbie hires post-college. There was like some sort of like, here's our manual, and you're going to train our newbies on the manual. So he had to know the manual to be able to teach the manual, but he is not the engineer.
But now with ChatGPT, they wouldn't need that person anymore.
Oh.
You can just put all the manual in there and say, dumb it down for everybody. Give us bullet points.
How much are they paying you?
Right? Right?
Yeah, you're really gunning for everyone's jobs, Eric.
That would take their jobs. What you guys put your head in the sand.
Yeah, it's
that stuff's coming for us, AI.
It really is. The genie is out of the bottle.
5
it
years
is
from now,
not going to go backwards.
Another station that keeps firing their morning shows after 6 months.
Yeah,
which will probably happen again soon. They will
October's coming.
That'll be their next thing, is they have to cut costs. And they're going to
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that one after you said fire them.
they're going to put AI. They're going to put AI in there, I bet.
You think they'll have an AI morning show?
Yep, they'll put somebody. Okay, we'll get Latino. We'll get a white person, a black person.
Oh, they already do this
voices.
stuff. I mean, they have AI therapists, and I'm like, I just don't see how.
Is that AI DJ still working?
No, they canned that. Didn't work as well as they thought it would.
Right, so how can a whole ensemble work then?
Well, in 5 or 10 years, look, we didn't think. No one talked about ChatGPT 3 years ago.
True.
All these services, AI. And once it's open, it's going to get even faster.
What'll be interesting is if they have, like, in other words, you've got a ChatGPT. If you've got 5 members on a show and all the artificial intelligence are generated by one service, that would, I could see that working. But if you had like 5 different companies, one company responsible for each artificial intelligence DJ,
what do they do?
That would be really weird.
No, the company would own all 5.
Yeah.
Or 3. They probably
And
keep
what
it
was
simple.
what was my sister always watches like the Intel news. There's something about some chip, like whatever houses the chip. And one country who's like manufacturing the chips, thinking they're going to have a hold on all the AI. Another company created an AI that doesn't need the chip. So what this other country has thinking is going to be their golden goose is all not. It's all irrelevant.
Yeah, there's
now.
always somebody creating something.
It's crazy. And then this one guy I saw on Instagram is like, if you have been training your Gen Zs to be coders, like learn code. Well, I guess that was a waste of time because AI, there's not going to be a job for coders because there's AI.
Once you get a code, you can take them out.
But is that what people really want in the morning when they're driving into work? Oh, because you're really alone if you're listening to artificial intelligence. You're just listening to a computer
There's men
program.
that are
Some
marrying
people
their
don't know that.
dolls.
Yes,
Those dolls, and
there's a woman who just got engaged
after
after 5 months with no regrets, no qualms, to announce to people that after 5 months of dating this chatbot, she's engaged.
to
the chatbot.
What do you think, since they're going to recreate us, what do you think they're going to fix with us, with each of us?
Well, we definitely won't talk over each other.
Yeah, they'll take that
The
away.
chatbot will know not to overstep in excited conversation. There won't be excitement in the conversation. It'll be like, that's right, Eric. I also am excited for the Texans in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then they'll all agree, and it'll be boring. And then there'll be one with a crazy, just out of nowhere.
Maybe my jokes will be better.
Funny voices.
No,
okay,
that
so
won't
833-390-KRBE. We're getting some fun texts. Call us if you don't know what your mate does for a living, really. And
It's 6
you
o'clock.
just know the paycheck comes.
It's early, so we're asking a lot to think and call us at 6:40 in the morning.
I don't think it's early now because people are getting back into their
I know, I'm just saying.
let's go zone mode groove. But let's see what we get. We have some text too. 833-390-KRBE if you don't know what your mate does for a living. We'll talk to you next on KRBE.
Back to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, my friends, here's what we're doing. We're going to find out who of our 6 o'clockers has no idea what their mate does for a living. You just know that somehow they contribute to the family income or to the household, or they can hold down a job and take you out on dates or go on trips with you because they have their own money.
The good thing, if you don't understand it, you don't have to ask them at nighttime. You don't have to hear their boring stories.
Hey, how was
about-
work? It was good. All right, cool.
Yeah.
833-390-KRBE. Now, some people are married and don't know what their mates do. Others are just dating and they're like, I'm not really
They know what the
sure.
job title is, but they don't know what the responsibilities are of that job.
Where's that drop you have, Ryan? Sounds boring.
Sierra's up first. We're going to get to your calls at 833-390-KRBE. Hi, Sierra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So is it you that doesn't know what your mate does or your mate doesn't know what you do?
No, I have no idea what he did.
Okay. Do you know what his job description is or his title is?
No, I have no idea. I just know where it is.
Oh my God!
At least you know where to find the body.
Do you know the field? Like,
where
does
is
he work
it?
in energy or?
Is it like?
Does he wear a tie?
Is he at Arby's? You know, it's at Arby's. Like, where is
He
it?
works like at the Port of Houston, but it's literally like a huge place. So I have no idea what he does.
Does he wear a uniform?
Yeah, what's he wear?
A captain's hat?
Yes. He wears a uniform, steel-toe boots, all that. I only know where it is because he has left his boots a few times, and I've had to bring them. But I have no idea. He's dirty when he gets home.
Tommy used to work on the docks.
Yeah, is he like unloading containers?
Right, he's
Maybe
driving the crane.
unloading the containers that
we do
come
all
to the
kinds of
port.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hey, how about you find out today, Sierra?
Yeah, tell
like,
us
that's
tomorrow.
good dinner conversation. So what exactly is your job at the port? And then report back to us and tell us what he's doing.
He's probably tired. He's like, I don't want to talk
I don't want
about
to
it.
talk about it.
I know they get paid every Friday.
Okay.
That's all you
All right.
care about. The
And
check
how long
clears.
have y'all been together, Sierra?
It's 6 years.
6 years, and you don't know what he does.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a school teacher. Actually, I'm a 6:30 with y'all, so I'm
yay.
so happy to be back on my route and
Good.
listening to you guys.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. What grade do you teach?
I teach 6th and 7th grade.
Ooh,
Oh, girl.
right.
I hope you got some extra deodorant in those drawers.
Yep.
Some Febreze for the room. Axe body spray. Have a great day, Sierra. Thank you so much for listening to our show. We love you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Guys, bye.
That is that age where it's like, Timmy, I think you need to.
Well, some
try
kids
a
like
little of this.
overdo it, and others aren't
But they
doing it
don't
at
know.
all.
But six years, you don't know what your mate does.
That's a
pretty
long
funny.
time.
He's wearing a uniform. He's working in the Port
At
of
the port.
Houston.
That's it. And
He probably
steel-toe
told her
boots.
once, but like until you see what it is, you know.
Jillian's up next, 833-390 KRBE. Who doesn't know what their mate does for a living? Hi, Jillian. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, first tell us, how long have you been with your mate?
We were dating since 2015. We're actually high school sweethearts,
Oh, okay.
and we've been married for 3 years.
Okay, but together for 10. And you have no idea what he does
Yes.
for a living?
Well, we went to college together, and he was always in the engineering building, so I assumed he was an engineer. And then it wasn't until we got married and we lived together that I found out that he's actually a drafter. So I know that he does telecommunication and makes the maps and everything, like for the polls. And then he just got a new promotion recently, and now he's a supervisor for the design team for a new project, so I have no idea what he does anymore.
He's just to oversee them, and then they bring in the final stuff, maybe, and he's like the final stamp, maybe?
So
Stamp of
how long were you
approval.
telling people, oh,
Yeah.
yes, my boyfriend is an engineer? And he'd be like, no,
That's not what I do.
me.
Ooh, I think like 3 years.
What exactly is a drafter?
Don't they have that board like the Mr.
So
Brady?
basically,
It's CAD now.
No, that's an architect.
Oh.
no, well, they have contracts with AT&T and different companies, and they'll pay his company to make up the maps for the light poles, for the internet poles, for new customers.
Okay.
All right.
That still sounds
Oh,
confusing.
like new
but
areas.
sure.
Not like those wooden poles that
Yeah.
they smell, they spray them with that stuff.
Oh, with the tar?
and they leave those poles
Yeah,
there
or
for like
whenever
months.
they have to update them or anything, that's
Right.
what his company does.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's
wow.
your drop, right?
Now you know. Now you know.
boring.
It makes a paycheck. It pays for fun. Thank you, Jillian, for listening to our show. You have a great day.
We were so
Take care. Bye.
We're so lucky.
We're so lucky.
We really are.
Hey, what do you guys do for a living? We're just a bunch of clowns in the box on the radio.
Idiots of ourselves.
Mackenzie's up next. Hey, Mackenzie. Good morning. Welcome to the Rule and
Good
Ryan Show with
morning.
Eric.
Good
Hello.
Morning.
How long have you been with your
Hello.
mate? How long have you been with your mate?
We've 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. And
Okay.
you don't know what your mate does for a living?
I know his job title, so he's a director of strategic development, and I have that written in my phone. So when people ask, I'm like, director of strategic development. They're like, what does that mean? And I'm like,
That's
something
it.
with hospitals.
He's in
Something
charge of
he
the
works with
strategies.
hospitals.
What's he wear to work?
Yes.
What's he wear?
He works from home now since COVID, but he used to go to hospitals, and I know he works with different hospitals across the states.
But did he wear a suit to work?
He used to have to wear suits, yes.
Okay.
So the strategic development of hospitals.
What could that be?
Which means where they're going to put the OR versus where the hand washing station is. Is that what that is?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, no, she said director of
He said
strategies.
It's like an Uber for nurses.
I don't know. Everything you're saying
Uber
sounds
for
like
nurses.
a foreign language.
What does that even mean?
He
Uber
takes
for
the nurses from one department to
Oh,
another.
he's moving them from hospital to hospital. Like, we're going to shift this
like we need
group of nurses.
We need 10 more over here.
Sounds right.
Oh, okay. And you
He
said you've
calls
been
the
together
Uber?
how long? How long are y'all together?
3 years.
For 3 years.
Okay.
And his company that he developed is called Stogo.
Oh, he developed a company.
Ah, nice.
Joe
Yes.
goes. He's gonna be on Shark Tank soon.
Well, you live
So
in
we-
Woodlands. You got one of those nice houses, don't you? You
No,
ballin'.
we live out in Richmond. We're actually
Okay.
trying to find a house now.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a pre-K teacher, so he knows all about my job.
Oh.
I've got
you
plenty
do.
of stories.
When did you start school? When was the first day of school, Mackenzie?
The kids started on Tuesday.
Okay.
Is it going okay
how's
so
it
far?
going?
Like, what's happened? Anybody throw up yet? Any problem?
I only had like a couple of tears the first day of school, so that's really good for pre-K. So
Yeah.
I would say we are off to a great start.
Oh,
Awesome.
And that's just the parents, right?
The parents are crying?
Yes.
Yes, the parents also cry.
Kids are like,
Everybody's crying.
Oh. Well, Mackenzie, thanks for listening to us on your way to work.
Have a
We
great
really
year.
Appreciate it. Have a great year.
Good luck.
Thank you all.
Take
Bye.
care, girl. Take care,
funny.
girl. That was fun. That is really funny.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Takis Fiber. Galveston's water is blue right now. So they say one of the reasons
Yes, let's
light
go.
winds, which lead to calm waters off Galveston's, it's calm waters right now. The city's beaches are shallow. So when the Gulf is choppy, the waves stir up the sediment. That's what makes it so brown. But during this time of year, the sediment in the water comes from a distance with saltier blue water from the south.
This is when you take photos.
baby.
You're trying to sell your property down there. Take lots of photos.
It's a lot of blue water
yeah,
photos.
you're right.
50% of the homes are for sale down there.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's going to be a good weekend to go there. I don't know what the weather's going to be like, but, man, I want to see that blue water. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Lamar lost 1-0 from Fairfield, Connecticut. That was the opening of the Little League World Series yesterday in
They're not
South
out though,
Williamsport. No, they're not. So they face elimination. It's going to be 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. So the loser of today's game between South Carolina and Fairfield will face off in Honolulu at 6 p.m. on Friday.
What's another word for that? Like instead of loser, what do we?
I know.
Didn't win.
Non-winner.
Came up short.
It's like you don't be called a loser.
No,
Came up
I mean,
short.
first of all, it's an
Especially
amazing
kids.
feat to
What-
do this.
What do you call them?
You just the
Got
runners up.
defeated? You were defeated.
They got
No.
defeated. They were just the runners up. It's like the pageants.
Runners up. I like that.
You were the runner up. You
Can
didn't
anyone
win.
text me when they do the award banquet for like your like little league and that, and you get trophies? Is it different sizes? Because like first place got this big trophy. We were always last. We're First National Bank of Grand Ridge, but
Okay.
they all call us Last National.
Oh.
And so we always had the little trophies like 2 inches tall. They would also had like 7
The
inches.
gigantic ones.
Yeah.
And our jerseys, the corporate sponsors logo is bigger on the shirt than the name of the team.
Ours are
Well,
just
that's 'cause
colors.
they paid for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even think we had a name of our team. It just said like.
I was all just yellow. They didn't even have the name of the bank on it.
How much does it cost to sponsor a team? What if we had some 6-year-olds wearing our logo, and the logo is bigger than the number?
Yeah, we want to sponsor baseball, basketball, football. What should
The
we
Real and Ryan
sponsor?
Show with Eric. Just that big purple circle.
Oh, yeah.
On
Take
their-
away the-
on their
helmet.
jerseys.
Football with the helmet. Take away their.
We'll kick you $20, kid. Can you put this shirt on?
They have NIL in high school? Or is it just
I
college?
don't know, but it's the little leaguers you can get because they need sponsors for T-shirts.
Well, the big leaguers did well. Astros won against the Red Sox.
Yay!
4-1.
And Seattle lost, so we're a game ahead.
Yes.
674 is Space City Network on my television to watch the Astros game. And yesterday, I had to rub my eyes 3 times. So did Tassos. Why is it all in Spanish? We were listening to the Spanish broadcast. So for almost a whole inning, we just listened to it in Spanish. And I texted Eric. I go, why is the game in Spanish? And he's like, mine's in English. And I go, well, we're on 674. That's the regular channel for us.
They have 2 6-7-4s. I know it sounds weird.
I know, isn't that weird? So then Tasso goes, let's try it again. And then boom, English.
Yeah, if you go up one, it's.
Just in time for me to hear the guy say, oh, that's 3 for 3. Bregman struck out.
And they were in the Crawford boxes, the announcers.
Oh, they were?
Well, yeah, they weren't in their regular place.
Hmm.
They were out there with the peeps.
With the people.
I like that.
With the people.
Out there drinking, though.
You
I
wish.
doubt it.
I wish.
Well, Harry Carey used to when I worked in Chicago.
The announcer, he'd be drunk.
Hey, there's photos of. Type in Harry Carey announcing. You'll see pictures of him with his shirt off. He's got no shirt. And Budweiser doing the game. That's when baseball was
a man's sport.
Yeah, manly man. Even the announcers are badass.
Coming up next, it's time for roses. Maybe this is your first time you're hearing it the whole summer. You're back in some
Or
schedule
ever.
you didn't have.
Yeah.
And or maybe ever. I always have to repeat exactly how the roses works because as many people as know what roses is, others like, I've never heard of that. It is where we call up your mate while you listen in on the line and I have a conversation with that person who may or may not be guilty of cheating on you. And then they decide to send red roses to somebody else. Or sometimes you, but mostly no. Let's see what happens next on KRVE.